Good day, everyone. Thanks for joining us here in the charts. You're tuned into the Market Beast edition. Your fellow compadres joining you here once again, of course, to go over the Sndl daily price prediction. Guys, if you're just joining us, welcome. Really simple what we do here. We identify support, resistance, and support within patterns. That's it. If that piques your interest, we just ask that you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell. This way you'll have a notification on where we see the markets going before the market makes a move. That's key. We also ask that you leave an appropriate thumb just below the video. And of course, engage in the comment section, guys. The YouTube algorithm really loves that. So let's get into this daily price prediction on Sndl. Let's not waste time. Let's dive right into the charts here. Shall we? All right. So today's December the 2nd, 2020. And the current price of Sndl is going to be 0.7320, up about 12% for the day. Okay. All right, guys, the markets are open. I wanted to just stop in with you guys while the markets are open. So that's really nice to do that. Hopefully everyone's doing well out there. So these are the daily candles here. And currently the price is still within this range that I speculatively said that it could be within the next 3 to 9 days. Let's see, that range is going to be between 56 cents right here at this green line here, up to 85 cents. Okay, I mean, it's not guaranteed to stay in here within that amount of time, but I'm going to speculatively say that it could be within this range, just based on how extreme the move was to the upside, and also based on the previous price activity before the move up. Just kind of, just taking a look at it from a practical standpoint and using patterns to determine the market's fluctuations and pauses and stuff like that, guys. So right now we're currently within that level. So let's just keep an eye on that. 56 cents is the level of the previous level of resistance that should act as support. The overhead resistance is currently speculatively 85 cents. These lines have been on the chart for some time. Let's crank it up to the 3-day here. Let's see. Okay, so the 3-day has about a day and 5 hours to close. That looks interesting. That's an interesting candle, guys. I'll be honest. It's kind of hard for me to determine that. So, yeah, okay. So, basically what I'm looking at, remember, we take a look at this infamous purple line. It's all the way down here at about 0.40 cents. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to get that low, but what I'm saying is I think the price needs to take a pause here and, maybe retrace a little bit more and even get a retest of 85 cents. That actually wouldn't be a bad idea. We do currently have sell orders overhead. If you guys follow the channel closely, or the daily Sndl price predictions rather, you know that the overhead sell orders needs to be clear in order to proceed to the next level, whether that's going to be, well, to the upside, okay, if we're talking about sell orders, okay. So we have just over 24 hours to close on this candle. So after today, we're going to have less than 24 hours to close. It's going to be interesting to see how this candle plays out here. I guess let's take a look at the stochastics RSI. Have we looked at that recently? Okay, so we're in the higher regions. That is interesting. One thing that I think we've already pointed out, guys, is this. Look at this candle. I mean, I'm sorry. Look at the activity in the RSI. Like, you see how it's just kind of like erect to the sky. You see that? That is an indication. This is basically, I use this sometimes as a leading indicator that the price is already broken out to the upside. So if we see some very extreme moves to the upside, it wouldn't be a surprise to me because, again, the previous level of resistance has been breached, okay? I think I've already pointed this out on the previous video, but you see that, guys, on the 3-day, right there at the 51 level, that is an indication that the price is already broken out. As long as it stays above that level, if there's some sort of retracement in the market and it stays above there, we get like a bounce, that's perfectly fine. This price activity should be on its way to the upside, okay? So let's just go ahead and erase this line here and take a look at the weekly here. Guys, hit the like button if you enjoy the content so far. Take a look at the weekly. Okay, so now here's where I'm not going to say it's a little bit concerning for me, but I will say that we need to be open to the fact that the only barrier that we have a successful candle's body to break above so far is going to be the 56 cents level from a weekly standpoint. Now, the reason I think this is important is because, remember, Sndl is currently trying to break out of a major downtrend. I wouldn't call it major. It's only been in a downtrend. I mean, this is a pretty new stock. July 2019. Started out here at about $12. It's been in a downtrend ever since last year. So I can't really say that's a major downtrend, but it is an overall a downtrend, and it's trying to break out of this downtrend. Okay, I'll be technically speaking here for those of you who are bullish in the markets here. And again, it's arguably within a sideways consolidation. Now, I remember we put the box below 56 cents, speculating that it was in a sideways consolidation. I think it's safe for us to entertain the fact that this area may be locked off here for the sellers, okay? I don't think the sellers, I'm not going to say I don't think. The sellers, if they want to continue the downtrend, they must compromise this area down here. For those of you listening in, we've put in a squiggly line or a rectangular box and squiggly lines in between the ranges of 14 cents all the way up to 56 cents. If the sellers want to continue this downtrend, speculatively, it's within a sideways consolidation, but let's just assume it's still in a downtrend, just for now, okay? If the sellers want to continue the momentum to the downside, the first area that it must breach and stay below would be the 56 cent level, okay? Support, resistance, resistance, support. The previous level of resistance has had a successful 3-day candle to break above that 56 cent level. We cannot say it's an official break above the 56 cent level on the weekly here because we still have 2 more days and 4 hours to close on this weekly candle. Can things change and turn around and actually get a rejection back below the 56 cent level? Be open to that, okay? If you're long the market, don't be a perma-bull and say that it cannot happen. Please be open to the fact that it's a volatile asset. I know I say this a lot, guys, but it's important for me to bring this to your attention. I will not open this microphone and tell you all the bullish case scenarios that's going to play out on this instrument. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make sure that I give you both scenarios so that you can protect your portfolio and continue to stay profitable month after month, okay? Let's get back on track here. The sellers, if they're still in the market and they still have an interest in continuing the trend to the downside, then the first level that they must breach below and stay below is the 56 cent level. So it's going to be very interesting, to say the least, to see how this price activity plays out over the next just over 48 hours, okay? Because I think this is the moment for the sellers. If they want to continue the trend that is currently within a downtrend, arguably in a sideways consolidation, but this is the moment for the sellers to step in, because if they fail to step in, let's just call it the next 2 to 3 weeks, if the sellers cannot compromise this 56 cent level and break below it, that would be a very bullish sign for the buyers in the market, okay? Because that would be an indication, to me at least, that this area will be very close to be officially being locked off. This area down here below 56 cents and just above 14 cents. That would be an indication to me that the sellers probably won't have another opportunity to compromise this lower level down here. And this level would be locked off for the buyers, and they can just simply enjoy the profits as the price continues to go up. Because if they can't infiltrate this, this lower area down here, then the only thing that's left to do is to go sideways, consolidate, maybe above 56. And the longer the consolidation, the more powerful the move to the upside, okay? So it's going to be, guys, keep your eyes on this price action for the next 48 hours. I guess we're going to say that because, remember, we need to verify that this weekly candle is going to get an official, not official. We need to verify whether or not this weekly candle is going to close above this green line. So that way, at that moment, it would be a technical official break above this line, yes, but it doesn't mean it can't not break back below this line, okay? But remember, if you follow the channel, we do look for candles bodies to break above specific levels and break below specific levels in order to confirm a shift into the next range, okay? And so far from the 3-day, this is a verification. It's already been verified that this range has been verified. Well, this range has been closed within basically the 56 cent level up to the 85 cent level, this area here within the 3-day. But again, I want to focus more on the weekly because it's been in a pretty nasty move to the downside from $12 all the way down to 14 cents. I'd say it's pretty severe. It's a pretty severe move to the downside, to say the least. Now, one thing I will say in closing here, we're going to close things out here, guys. We'll probably save the monthly for the next video, but I want to close things out. I don't want it to be too long. The one thing that I will say is, for those of you who understand gaps in charts, there is a gap below the price here on the weekly. I'm not going to say that makes me concerned. I will say that I've seen this before, and I've seen the gap eventually get filled at some point in the future. Again, it's the only thing we need to do at this point is just, and we're going to close this out here. Let's pay attention to the 56 cent level. Is it guaranteed to get that low? Guys, I don't know. This is the previous level of resistance, and that's my job as a chart analyst to do for you guys every single day as we come out with the videos here. Point out the previous level of resistance for you. The previous level of resistance is at 56 cents, okay? That should be an area that we need to take into consideration if there is a retracement in the market, okay? That would be the first level that I would take a look at. If that level is compromised, then we will be subjected to any price levels in between 25 cents up to 56 cents. I've said that a few times, okay? So let's just keep our eyes on the price. We're closing out here, 56 cents up to 85 cents. I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record, guys. I just really want to let everyone know this is where I'm seeing it. I'm not going to change it and say that it's going to the moon in the next 3 hours. That could happen. It's possible. But my job is just to simply say, this is the range that we're currently within from the 3 days perspective so far, at least. But from the weekly, it's not verified yet. Let's give the price just over 72 hours to see how it's going to behave within the 56 up to the 85 cent level. That's all I got for you guys. Be sure to leave an appropriate thumb just below the video there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We put out daily content in the market days for this Sndl symbol. Guys, leave comments down below. Let us know, what are you doing with your positions in the market for Sndl? Have you bought any of this yet? Are you still on the sidelines waiting for the perfect buy-in opportunity? Do you think this stuff is garbage? Leave that, but be kind down below, guys. We're going to do this all together, okay? We're going to enter and exit these markets and profits together. This isn't financial advice, by the way. But yeah, so guys, leave an appropriate thumb. Leave a comment down below. We said that. Yes, good. Out we go. Take care of yourselves, and bye for now. We'll talk very soon.